Kevin Powell ended up on a 1.2K gain. Let's go over the week. We took a loss on Monday. Tuesday was a missing trade. Thursday is the only day we took a trade, and Monday we took a trade as well. We faced a loss. Monday, I took the trade on my funded account. I lost on it, and the prop firm the next couple hours shut down for some reason. I was like, okay. I mean, that loss was like a risk free now, right? On, on this day, on Tuesday, literally I missed the setup because this trade literally went against my rule. So I thought it went against my rule. I set up some bullshit ass rule, right? Eventually, Thursday the only trade we took were for a 2.5 RR, right? And this trade we took this trade as well, but basically a risk free because the prop firm literally shut down. I don't know why. They probably ran out of business, right? So let's get into it. On a higher time frame throughout the whole week, from Monday through Thursday, throughout the whole, not even Monday through Thursday, throughout the whole week, we had a bullish bias, right? Weekly, we had a daily IRL to ERL, daily CRT to the upside. We're in discount area, so we want to buy. Market at the discount area, so we're going to daily range high. We had a weekly CRT to the upside. So our buys throughout the whole week, throughout the whole week, we had a bullish bias here, right? On Monday, we had an S&P divergence. We had a New York continuation, right? And let's go to the 50 time to execute the trade. Execution. Actually, we had a purge at the right time between 9 to 10:30 a.m. Had a purge, got formation, and a stop loss out, right? What was the lesson out of the trade, right? Because you guys know for the weekly market recap, we have to go for our lessons, our improvements that we get on from the next week and forward on, right? This trade was a really high probability setup. Very nice trade. But the only thing we could have done here was done a DRX. Why would have you done a DRX on this trade? Simply because of S&P divergence. You guys know S&P divergence prevents from sweeps from happening. So I usually like the DRX, right? I like when the market sweeps out the liquidity, right? Versus when you're not sweeping out liquidity, because you can take out the old sellers or buyers, right? So we have that, and to me, I thought was fine. I thought I was gonna risk that normal position. I thought was fine because of this CRT low getting purged, right? And this is the only thing that did not get purged. The CRT low, which was the weekly key level, which was the key level, right? Which had a S&P divergence of the key level. So yeah, I should have de-risked when I'm present with the SMT. I should be de-risking. That's the only lesson we can have from this trade. But regardless, this trade was a perfect trade. When I lose, I feel nothing. When I'm wrong, I feel nothing. It's nothing personal, strictly business. I accept the risk. I expect to lose. I trust my in the long term, right? Losses are part of the process, right? So that trade was a loss. On Tuesday, we had a missing trade. We had the same buy to the upside, right? Same thing. We had a new continuation in this case, right? In these both the 2 days, we had a new continuation. On this day, I was looking for a long here. I got an hourly candle where you can see new continuation. 7 a.m. accumulation, 9 a.m. manipulation, 9 a.m. expansion. On this day, I thought this trade went against my rules, so I did not take it. I was awake during the execution. I did see the execution happen, but to me, I thought this went against my trading rules, right? Because I said I should not be trading the day before. I should not, not the day before. I should not be trading before 9 a.m. unless it's a neo reversal or unless I'm in presence of a 4-hour CRT. In this case, I was not in presence of 4-hour CRT, so I couldn't take the trade because as you guys know, you gotta be disciplined to your strategy, right? To your rules. So I didn't take the trade. So basically, missing trade. Eventually, found out that rule is a bullshit rule because a near continuation could happen at 8 a.m. Right? It happened this time. It happened once right over here, which happened at 8 a.m. You can see our last previous trade we took a while ago right over here. Literally happened at 8 a.m. as well, right? So near continuation could happen between 8 a.m. So I basically took that rule out of my trading rule and just primarily, if I'm looking for a new continuation, I could trade at 8 a.m. right? But I must be a presence of 4-hour CRT or hourly CRT. So that is that. And our take profit one would have been this right here was offered as a 2RR. Take profit two would have been this 50% mark of the daily CRT. Why the 50% mark and not the CRT high? Because in new continuation, we're not buying at the daily. We're not buying at the daily time frame low or daily time frame high. We're buying at the dangerous spot. So want to get in and get out quick, right? So that was that. On Wednesday, had no setup. CPI came bearish, right? But that same concept to the upside still. And this day, my bots got invalidated, so that's why I was looking for no trade. Because if I'm bullish, I want Agency or lunches to make the low of the day. In this case, it did not make the low of the day. Neither did they make the high of the day. So if I'm looking for a New York reversal, I want lunches and highs or Agency and highs to be protected. In this case, it was not protected, so my bots was invalidated, and I'm not looking for no trade. I'm gonna stay risk off, right? On Thursday, we had a setup, same boss here again. In this case, but we just did not have the daily CRT, right? But everything else we did have, right? We had this ranges, right? Market made a high, market made a low and a high. So once we're in this range, which is relative to the market price, we cannot buy or sell within the range. We can only execute once the range high, range low has been purged, right? So I can only execute once the range low gets purged. And we had the same bounce in a higher time frame, daily IRL to ARL, daily classic expansion profile 2, right? Because right after Monday, on Tuesday, I was like, okay, this could be a classic expansion profile 2, right? Monday low of the week, and we're tapped the discounted area, so we went to the range high. So a lot of nature to the trade, right? You can see throughout the whole week, market went up because this is the second week. Second week of the monthly open high low close concept. The first week was a manipulation. Second week is going to be a expansion, right? Why are the candle here expanded? Because manipulation, expansion, right? Simple as that. Of the monthly higher time frame, which is the weekly time frame, should be expanding, right? So that's why the adrenaline KD that's why the market was just going one-sided area throughout the whole week, right? And on Thursday, our trade right over here, we're looking for a New York reversal as well. Why are we looking for a New York reversal? If I'm bullish, I want the Agency to make the low of the day or lunch to make the low of the day. He did not make the low of the day. He made the high of the day. Lunch made the high of the day. So I'm looking for a New York reversal profile 1 a.m. accumulation, 5 a.m. manipulation, 9 a.m. expansion. You can see you can see right over here. It looks like he got disrespected. He did not get disrespected. We had a confirmation inside his model 1, and we had an entry, and yeah, so it's still valid. It can be a lower probability because it did not close inside, but it's still valid because of the model 1 confirmation. Our order flow was bullish. You can see right over here. There's the last bullish candle that tapped the higher time frame key level. So I'm gonna close above it. And you can see right over here. So reject below the low, broke over the high, lower time frame total soup, broke over the high, right? So that was our setup. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame for the execution. And this is I posted the execution on my community notes if you want to go check it out. This is the last low that helped it, tap the range low. Let's tap into the range low. Eventually, confirmation, entry right over here, stop loss right over there, and take profit 1, take profit 2, 150% mark. Simply because it's not a daily CRT or a weekly CRT or a monthly CRT, right? As well as, why do we go to that ERL only? If we're gone to the CRT high, would have faced a loss. Why? Simply because it's Thursday, right? Thursday, market needs to close in a fair price. Friday needs to close in a fair price. So going for a unrealistic take profit will highly likely, make you minimize your profits and make you potentially have a loss, right? Because you're too greedy, right? On Friday, we had the same setup here. We had a new situation. If I'm bullish, I want Agency or lunches to make the low of the day. In this case, Agency made the low of the day. Had the same everything. And right over here, CRT high got soup. So it invalidated my bias. If I'm bullish, I don't want the CRT to get sued first. I want the CRT low to get sued first, then go to CRT high, because CRT high could cause a bearishness to the downside, right? And that's why, because my boss literally got invalidated, right? And if you were to look for a trade after this, you would have faced a loss. I mean, you would have not had no interest here, but this is why rules are very important, right? Where the CRT high, which is against your your bias, gets tapped, you should back off the trade. You know why? Because you could cause a bearish to the downside and eventually stop you out, right? If I'm looking for a new situation, right when it closes above the 5 a.m. candle high, is considered to be a new situation, right? If I'm looking for a new reversal, in this day, I'm not looking for a new reversal because I had no narrative to it. But people were looking for a new reversal. This would have been a bearishness to your downside. This would have been a bearish setup for you, right? But one confirmation right over here and it's getting respected. You would have been a lot of profits. That's why it matters so much for your rules for you to follow your rules. This right over here literally says, okay, my bot's invalidated. I should be out of the market. I'm gonna chill, right? If I were to be in risk on, I would probably face a loss. If I were to like literally long this fair value gap, it would have been a loss. Why? Simply because not knowing when your bots invalidated through using CRT, through using, you know, time, which is basically daily profile, weekly profile, whatever, right? So yeah, this is my weekly market recap on how I ended up on a 1.2K win. What were the lessons from this week? What were the lesson and improvement that we can take on from the next week and on forward? Is when dealing with SMT divergence, first is when dealing with the SMT divergence, I should be de-risking, right? Even with the key level, I should be de-risking. But in this case, I did not know, right? Because the CRT low got purged. Because the only time I care about SMT divergence, which is only when the CRT low, right? CRT low or CRT high is not being purged. That's the only time I de-risk with the SMT divergence, right? Other than that, as you like to stay on the normal risk. But when dealing with SMT divergence, I should be de-risking, and I should be waking up 5 a.m. regardless if it's a new situation, regardless if it's whatever the day it is, right? I should be waking up 5 a.m. regardless of a new reversal or new situation. Because new situation usually happens at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Right? That's when new situation happens. But regardless of that, I should be waking up 5 a.m. And yeah, and what's the next improvement is that's it, right? My psychology throughout the week was fine, was fantastic, right? I followed my rules. That's all I care about, right? Accept the risks. I expect to lose. I trust my agent in the long term. When I lose, I feel nothing. When I win, I feel nothing. When I'm right, I feel nothing. When I'm wrong, I feel nothing. It's nothing personal. It's strictly business, right? This is my weekly market recap. Thank you for watching. Join our Discord. Link description down below. Peace out.